70 Life Lessons to Learn Once That Will Improve Your Life Forever. By Sculpted Grace. Introduction: The fire that shapes the soul. Life doesn't test you when things are easy. It tests you when the world grows silent, when no one believes in you, and when everything you thought was certain begins to collapse. It's in those moments, the quiet ones filled with doubt, betrayal, and loss, that your true character is forged. Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending pain doesn't exist. It's about facing reality as it is, not as you wish it to be, and maintaining your composure when life demands your surrender. The Stoics believed that peace is not found in avoiding hardship but in mastering the self. Every challenge, every disappointment, and every betrayal is an invitation to rise above emotion and see things clearly. Today, we'll uncover 12 Stoic laws, timeless lessons that can help you build a mind of steel, a heart of calm, and a soul that remains unmoved by chaos. If you've ever wondered how to remain unbroken in a world that tests your every limit, these principles are for you. Law I: the silence of strength. You don't need to explain your struggles to everyone. The world is full of people who will misunderstand your pain, twist your words, or use your vulnerability against you. Stoicism teaches that silence can often be your greatest strength. When you hold your composure in moments of anger or frustration, you demonstrate mastery over yourself. The one who stays silent in chaos is not weak, they are in control. Think of a warrior sharpening his blade in solitude. He doesn't announce his preparation, he simply arrives ready. In the same way, you don't owe the world an explanation for your wounds. Protect your peace by speaking less and acting more. Your growth, your progress, and your calmness in adversity will speak louder than any defense you could ever give. Law 2: seek good people, not perfect ones. The Stoics never sought flawless company because perfection is an illusion. Instead, they sought those with integrity, humility, and loyalty. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to become better is far more valuable than chasing approval from those who pretend to be ideal. Good people will not always agree with you, but they will stand by you when it matters most. When you choose depth over image, you cultivate real relationships built on trust. Don't waste your energy fixing those who thrive in their own chaos. Instead, connect with those who live by principles, who keep their word when no one is watching. As Seneca once said, associate with those who make you better. A small circle of good souls will bring you more peace than a crowd of pretenders ever could. Law 3: control what you can, release what you can't. The Stoics' greatest power lies in discernment, the ability to separate what's within their control from what isn't. You can't control the weather, the opinions of others, or the outcome of every effort. But you can control how you respond, how you think, and how you act. Energy spent trying to fix what you can't control only weakens your mind. Imagine standing in a storm. You can scream at the rain, or you can find shelter and wait it out. Life's difficulties are no different. When you focus on your inner strength, your choices, your discipline, your attitude, you reclaim power from chaos. Peace begins the moment you stop demanding the world to behave as you wish and start responding with wisdom instead. Law 4. Gratitude turns burden into blessing. The Stoics practiced gratitude not as a luxury, but as a weapon against despair. Marcus Aurelius began each day reminding himself of the gift of life, that simply waking up was reason enough to be thankful. Gratitude does not mean ignoring pain, it means refusing to let pain blind you to what's still good. Think of the person who loses everything but still finds strength in the smallest things: the warmth of the sun, the presence of a friend, a simple meal. That is Stoic gratitude in its purest form. When you begin to see blessings hidden in your struggles, you no longer feel like a victim. You become the alchemist of your own reality, turning hardship into growth, and loss into wisdom. Law V. Comparison is the enemy of contentment. Comparison steals joy faster than failure ever could. The Stoics warned against measuring your worth by others' success, for it leads to envy, resentment, and endless dissatisfaction. Your journey is your own. No one else walks your path, carries your burdens, or fights your battles. In a world obsessed with appearances, Stoicism reminds us that peace comes from within. The man who constantly looks to others for validation is a prisoner of illusion. True contentment is found when you stop asking, "Why not me?" and start saying, "I am exactly where I'm meant to be." When you focus on your own progress instead of comparison, you reclaim your freedom. Law 6. Let go of guilt and anxiety. The Stoic mind understands that guilt over the past and anxiety about the future are both traps. What's done cannot be undone, and what's to come will unfold regardless of worry. You can't rewrite yesterday, but you can learn from it. You can't predict tomorrow, but you can prepare for it. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Guilt and anxiety are often illusions, self-created storms that keep you from peace. Instead of reliving your mistakes, analyze them, extract their lessons, and move on. The Stoic doesn't suppress emotion, they understand it, learn from it, and let it go. Freedom begins when you stop punishing yourself for being human. Law 7. Every person is a teacher. The Stoics saw every encounter as a lesson, every friend, every enemy, every stranger. Some teach you kindness, others teach you patience, and some teach you what you never want to become. This mindset turns pain into perspective. Instead of resenting those who wrong you, learn from them. Think of betrayal, it teaches you the importance of boundaries. Think of disappointment, it reminds you not to expect what you can't control. Every person who enters your life serves a purpose, even if that purpose is to teach you how to walk away. The wise do not curse their experiences, they transform them into wisdom. Law 8. Actions reveal truth, not words. The Stoics valued integrity above eloquence. Anyone can speak beautifully about virtue, but only actions reveal character. People show you who they are not in what they promise, but in what they do when no one's watching. When words and actions don't align, believe the actions. This law frees you from disappointment. Stop listening to apologies that come without change, to promises made out of guilt, or to flattery meant to manipulate. A Stoic observes quietly, judges slowly, and acts decisively. When someone's actions betray their words, don't argue, withdraw. The truth always exposes itself without your intervention. Law 9. Peace is greater than attachment. Many confuse attachment with love, but the Stoics knew that clinging leads to suffering. True peace comes when you can love deeply yet remain free. Whether it's a person, a job, or a dream, attachment makes you fear loss, and that fear enslaves you. When you learn to let go, you don't stop caring, you simply stop depending. You realize that everything is temporary, even you. So, when life takes something away, grieve it, but don't lose yourself in it. A Stoic's heart loves fully but holds lightly. That's the only way to stay peaceful in an ever-changing world. Law X. Your worth is not for sale. In a world built on comparison and validation, Stoicism reminds you that your value is internal. You don't need approval to know your worth. You don't need applause to recognize your strength. The Stoic walks through life quietly confident, knowing that self-respect is the highest currency. Never compromise your principles to be liked, accepted, or understood. The moment you do, you trade authenticity for illusion. When you stand firm in your truth, even silence commands respect. Remember, your worth doesn't come from what you achieve or what others think of you, it comes from who you are when everything else is stripped away. Law 11. Pain is the path to power. No Stoic ever sought comfort, because comfort weakens the spirit. Growth lives in discomfort, in rejection, failure, and endurance. Pain is not the enemy, it's the forge that shapes resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you face hardship, you're being sculpted by fire. Every trial builds endurance, every wound hides wisdom. The Stoic doesn't ask, "Why me?" They ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" The path of strength is never easy, but neither is living in fear of pain. Choose growth over comfort, every single time. Law 12. Master the mind, or be ruled by it. The final law is the foundation of all Stoicism. You must master your mind. Your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions shape your actions. When your mind is undisciplined, you become a slave to impulse and fear. But when it's calm, trained, and centered, nothing can shake you. Meditation, reflection, journaling, these are not just practices, but weapons. They sharpen awareness and weaken the power of distraction. The Stoic knows that the greatest battle is always within. Victory isn't measured by how much you control others, but by how deeply you control yourself. Conclusion: the sculpted soul. These 12 Stoic laws are not theories, they are tools. Use them daily. Test them in hardship, apply them in silence, and let them reshape the way you see the world. Life will not spare you from difficulty, but Stoicism will teach you to face it with grace, strength, and clarity. Remember, storms don't last forever, but they reveal who's built to endure them. Stay grounded. Stay disciplined. And never forget your calmness is your power, your detachment your freedom, and your character your legacy. This is sculpted grace where strength begins in silence.